once again, grade 5. I hope everyone is fine and ready to learn. Today, we're going to continue lesson 5, which is about the Northwest and the Arctic. Again, the learning objectives of this lesson: number 1, to describe how the people of the Pacific Northwest adapted to their environment and used the area's resources to meet their needs. And number 2, to recognize how the people of the Arctic survive in a cold climate with limited resources. For a quick recap of grade 5, let's restate the key content of the lesson. The Pacific Northwest provided abundant natural resources for Kwakiutl, Maka, Chinook, and other people of the region. And second one, the people of the Pacific Northwest used the abundant trees of the region to make homes, tools, utensils, and boats. In this part, grade 5, you will find out the resources and the trading system of the native people from the Northwest. Trading was a large part of the region's economy. And by the way, when you say trading, it is the selling or buying of something. The Chinook were the best-known traders among the Northwest Coast Indians. Imagine grade 5, they had connections stretching as far as the Great Plains. Okay, look at the map. And the Chinook people live at the mouth of the Columbia River, which they controlled from the coast all the way to the Dalles, which was the center of the trading network. So the Dalles was the center of the trading network because many groups of people gathered in that area, but the different languages they spoke made communication difficult. Somehow, grade 5, the Chinook people were able to profit from trading at the Dalles because they developed a unique language for trading, and it was made up of Chinook words or words borrowed from the other Indian languages. And grade 5, trade and natural resources made many Northwest group of people rich, and one way they expressed their good fortune was through a celebration known as a potlatch. Remember a potlatch? It was meant to show their wealth and divide property among the people. Now, grade 5, let's move to the lands of the North. The Arctic is the region near the North Pole, isn't it? And what comes to your mind when you heard North Pole? Yes, it is something cold or frozen. This land is mostly a flat plain where the earth stays frozen all year round. And one Arctic group known as the Aleut live along the coast of the Aleutian Islands, and one group closely related to the Aleut were the Inuit. These people live in what is now Alaska and northernmost Canada. And because grade 5 of the climate, few plants could grow in this region. So the Inuit and the Aleut hunted foxes, caribou, and polar bears. They also used harpoons and kayaks to hunt seals, walruses, and whales. Resources in that time, grade 5, were very limited, so nothing was wasted. The people caught seals not only for their meat, but also for their skins, which were made into clothes and tents. Oil was used also to light and heat houses. Even the bones were used to make tools. The Aleut grade 5 lived together in large houses with beams made of whalebone and walls made of sod. And during the winter, some Inuit live in homes made of ice called igloos. And other Inuit families live a year round in tents of animal skin or in sod houses. The extended family was an important part of the Inuit and Aleut society. Inuit groups, for example, grade 5, were usually loosely formed bands of 60 to 300 people, made up of several families. So these families came together to make important choices for the good of the group. And the people hunted and traveled together, often sharing seal meat in order to survive. Earlier, grade 5, you heard the life of native people from the Arctic region. Now, what about the life in the subarctic? And that's what we're going to find out in this part of the lesson. South of the Arctic is the subarctic region of North America. It stretches from what is now eastern Canada to what is now Alaska. People of the subarctic regions, such as the Cree, relied on hunting and gathering to meet their needs. And the Cree live over a wide area across what is now Canada. And trees provided the Cree with wood to meet their needs. Since the long winters, Grade 5 kept them away from being able to get food by farming, so they used their bows and arrows to hunt for games. And some of the Creek groups divided the land so the people had an area to hunt as their own. Okay, and other groups roam freely. And to sum up everything, Grade 5, please remember this. The rich natural resources of the Northwest help form a society based on hunting, gathering, and trade. The Arctic and subarctic people adapted to life in a land with limited resources. So that's all for now, Grade 5. By the way, next week will be your first social studies summative test. So please start revising all the materials posted on EIS portal. Study the vocabulary words and the important points of every lesson. All the best and take care. Bye.